pray and don't know how, we should look at the Psalms. Most probably we'll find a prayer that resembles or even perfectly matches our situation or feelings. During these days, as I read the book of Psalms, I came across Psalm 18, and some words caught my attention as they seem greatly applicable to our time today. I'd really like to encourage you to read the whole psalm when you have time. This psalm was written by David when God had delivered him from Saul's and all his other enemies' hands. You can read this information in 2 Samuel 22. This chapter brings a transcription of Psalm 18. If you like, you can also read the previous chapters to remember the difficult times David had gone through before that. David starts this psalm declaring his love to God. He says, "I love you, Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. My God is my rock in whom I take refuge." This should always be the result of a trial in our lives, strengthening our love and devotion to God. Then he continues with one of the most wonderful depictions of God's acts of power and love. He uses a poetic language to express his own narrative of God's deliverance. After he prayed, he says, for example, that the earth trembled and quaked, and the foundations of the mountains shook. God parted the heavens and came down. He mounted the cherubim and flew. He soared on the wings of the wind. Out of the brightness of his presence, clouds advanced with hailstones and bolts of lightning. The Lord thundered from heaven. The voice of the Most High resounded. He reached down from on high and took hold of me. He drew me out of deep waters. He rescued me from my powerful enemy, from my foes who were too strong for me. Wow, what a powerful description of what God can do in response to our prayers in the midst of our trials. It leaves no room for us to think that God is silent, that he's indifferent to our suffering, or that he doesn't care. We can't see or hear what God is doing right now, but I'm sure he is working. Sometimes we can only see the results after he's finished. Sometimes it's difficult to keep believing that he's at work when circumstances are hard. But this word assures us of his mighty power and his love and care for us. My prayer is that we go through these weird times like David, relying upon God's love, strength, hope, and guidance, reading his word, calling out his name, and firmly trusting that he's working, and he will deliver us through Jesus for his own glory. And after all this has passed, I really like that we could sing like David's last words in his psalm. "The Lord lives. Praise be to my rock. Exalted be God my Savior. Therefore, I will praise you, Lord, among the nations. I will sing the praises of your name. He gives his king great victories. He shows unfailing love to his anointed, to David and to his descendants forever." God bless you.